Clear? So students, let us begin the class. Welcome to the class on SHM. So in first class, in today's class, we have discussed about the two types of oscillations. Okay. The first one was being the critical oscillations, critical damped oscillation, and the other one was the under damped oscillations, critically damped and under damped oscillations. Okay. So go for the discussion. So what is the discussion we have done? Yes. Okay. In the last part, we have discussed about critical damped oscillation, critically damped oscillations. Okay, I have not named it. So B square equal to omega square. We call it as critical damping. It is called as critical damping. I have not named it. Sorry for that. So this is the critical damped oscillation. Critically damped oscillations. Now in theory, B square equal to omega square is the thing but the critically damped oscillation. Okay. And after that, we have discussed about the under damping. So this is the under damping third one. Under damping means B square less than omega square. That is B less than omega. B less than omega means damping is less than the angular frequency. Damping is less than the angular frequency. Less means damping is less means damping is low. Damping is what? Low. Okay. Damping is low. Okay. So low means the friction is low. Damping is low means friction is low. So I have to consider B square is less than omega square or B is less than omega. B is less than omega means root of B square minus omega square is an imaginary term. So let us assume that I have root of B square minus omega square. I can rewrite it like this. Root of minus 1 into omega square minus B square. It is B minus 1 into root of omega square minus B square. I get it as I into root of omega square minus B square. I have to take this term omega square minus B square equal to beta. This is equal to beta. So this is equal to beta. Therefore, if root of omega square minus B square is equal to beta means then root of B square minus omega square, I can write it as I times beta. So this can be written as I times beta. Okay. So just substitute it in equation 10. So this is equation 10. I have written equation 10. So this is the root of B square minus omega square. So I have to do the substitution here. If I do the substitution, root of B square minus omega square, I have to take it as I beta. So I beta as it is. After doing the substitution, I have used the Euler's relation. You have already learned this in your PUC level. This is the Euler's relation. Okay, so it is given by y equal to e raised to minus bt into a1 e raised to I bt. No, so I have to expand this using the Euler's relation. You get cos beta t plus I sine beta t like this. Similarly, the second term you get cos beta t plus I sine beta t. After that, you rearrange it such that here if I take it a inside the flower bracket, a2 inside, so it is a1 cos beta t, a2 cos beta t. I have taken cos beta t as common, therefore I get cos beta t into a1 plus a2. Second term, similarly, I have to take a1 inside the bracket, that is a1 into I sine beta 1, a2 into I sine beta t. So it is minus. So for here, second term I sine beta t is common, therefore it is I sine beta t into a1 minus a2. So I have to substitute a1 by a1 plus a2, a1 plus a2 as equal to a times of sine phi. Similarly, I into a1 minus a2 as a cos phi. So here a1 plus a2. So you have to substitute its complementary. If it is cos here, its complementary is sine. So a sine phi. Sine beta, its complementary is cos. Therefore, a1 minus a2, I have to substitute as a cos phi. Okay. After doing it, I have a cos beta t sine alpha plus a sine beta t into cos phi. So a is common, bring it outside. So this is cos beta t into sine phi plus sine beta t into cos phi. So this is nothing but a into e raised to beta t into sine of beta t plus phi. Why? Because this I have squeezed in this like this. Okay, I have rearranged it. So this is the equation what you get for the amplitude of a oscillation where there is a less damping, under damping. What is the meaning of this? So here, if you look at this term, it is actually consisting of two terms. This is the first term and the sine beta t is second term. So sine beta t is the one which is actually oscillating like this in the form of a sine function with a phase angle of phi, with a phase of phi. What is the second term? So a into e raised to minus bt, we call it as an amplitude. We call it as an amplitude. Now in the free oscillation, just for your reference, I will write here, for free oscillations, the equation was d2y by dt square plus omega square y equal to 0. This was the equation for the free oscillation for SHM. But if you solve that equation, you get the value of displacement y, that is equal to r into sine of omega t plus phi. Now here this r was constant, therefore you get free oscillations. You are getting the point. But here the amplitude, here is r is the amplitude, is actually r is the amplitude. Okay. So the r is an amplitude here, which is a constant. Therefore, you get free oscillation. But this amplitude is r is not constant here. It is actually a decreasing one where the amplitude is decreasing exponentially. It is decreasing exponentially. Okay. So therefore, I have this exponentially decreasing signal. Okay, I can write it like this. Over the time, this equation is like this. This is a into e raised to minus bt. So this is the graph of it. So this is sine of beta t plus phi, which is varying between +1 and -1. You're getting the point. It is varying between +1 and -1, but it is from -infinity to +infinity. It is ranging from -infinity, not values. Values are between +1 and -1. This is okay. Got it. So this is a sine function. It is multiplied with the damping factor a into e raised to minus beta t minus bt. This is a amplitude, dying amplitude. So if I combine these two, so if I combine them, you will get one wonderful result. Look at this. First, I have a sine wave. I have a sine wave. So therefore, this is y. So I have a sine wave like this. So this is sine wave, which is extending from -infinity to +infinity, and it has a value of +1 and -1. It has a value of +1 and -1. This is +1 and this is -1. Into, so what is second factor? So second factor is a into e raised to minus beta t. So then, okay. So I'll write, okay, so it's better that I will write the first one here. Okay, so now I will write the value of y. So this is y, how it looks. What is the equation I have written? What is the equation I have? Y is equal to, write that equation again. Y is equal to a into e raised to minus bt into sine of beta t plus phi. Okay, look at the equation. Yes, sine of beta t. This is the equation. Okay, now what is the first term? What is the first term? It is a dying amplitude. It's a dying amplitude. It's an exponential decreasing. Therefore, first equation, okay, it is like this. Okay, a into e raised to minus beta t. If I plot it, this is the graph. Decreasing into, this is second part, multiplied by sine. Sine means this is sine function. Got it? This is the sine. What is the resultant then? So the resultant is a one which is a sine wave, which is a sine function. The resultant is a sine function which is decaying exponentially, which is decaying exponentially. Decaying means decreasing exponentially. Okay, so therefore, if I plot this graph y, okay, the graph y, it looks like this. Okay, so the first term, okay, is y. Okay, so this is the graph what you get. So this is the dotted line represents a into e raised to minus bt. So this dotted line, it is minus a into minus bt. Okay. Now sine function. Okay, this is the sine function. The sine function is like this. The sine function is okay. So the sine function is decreasing now, decreasing in an exponential manner. Look at this. Got it? So this is how the amplitude y, this is the amplitude y, which is decreasing. This is 0. Okay. So it is a sine function which is decaying in an exponential manner. So what is this means? This means that the amplitude will, or the displacement of the oscillations, displacement will die, or the oscillation will die. I will write as like this. Oscillations instead of displacement, I will write as like this. Oscillations will die gradually or slowly, gradually over the time. That means they are lasting for larger time. Therefore, oscillations, okay, last for larger time. Why? Because the oscillations die off gradually. Andre amplitude ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ slow ಆಗಿ decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ now the simple pendulum ಅದ. Okay, I have a simple pendulum which is oscillating like this. Okay, over the time it is initially oscillating like this. Over the time it goes on decreasing in amplitude. What happens over the time? The amplitude will be here, then the amplitude is here. So initially it is between a and b. So after some time it is a dash, b dash. After some time what happens? It is a double dash, b double dash. Again after some times it is c double dash, a triple dash, and this is b triple dash. Okay. Likewise, the amplitude slowly goes on decreasing. After some time, it will come to an halt like this. It is going to come to an halt like this. You are getting the point. After some time, it comes to the halt position. Gradually, it is decreasing. Okay. So initially, the amplitude is between the points A and B. The vibrations is between A and B. Okay. After some times, it is between, initially it is A and B, then it is between A and A dash, A double dash, A triple dash, and go so on. So look at this. In each case, the displacement theta is decreasing. Theta, this is theta displacement. Okay, theta is decreasing. Okay, so therefore, such type of oscillations where it is decreasing gradually, that we call it as a underdamped oscillation. Even you can take the case of a spring mass system, the spring mass system in air. So this is in air. I'm talking, this is in air. So I have the spring mass system in air. So it is oscillating. Okay. Okay. I have to draw a bit larger so that it is helpful for you. Okay. So this is the spring mass system like this. Okay. So it is oscillating between the points, points A and B. You know that after extension. Okay, after extension, it is between A. So this is the point A. This is y equal to 0. And somewhere here it is B. So it is oscillating between B. Now what happens? Low damping means after some times, what happens? The amplitude will not reach the point Y. Okay, this is the amplitude. After some times, it is going to reach the point B dash and A dash. Okay, it will be somewhere here, B dash, and this is A dash. So this occurs slowly. After some times it is A double dash, this is B double dash. After some time it is B triple dash, and this is A triple dash. So slowly the oscillations, okay. So the oscillations, no, initially it is like this. After some time the oscillations will be like this. After some time the oscillations, after some time the oscillations, after some time it will go and it will become zero. So this is the way the oscillations die. This is called as an under damped oscillation. These are called as under damped oscillations. Okay. Now you have the equation for Y. So Y is equal to, what is the equation for under damped oscillation? Example, I have to write the example. I have already written. So what is the example? Example is the pendulum or spring mass system. Pendulum in air medium. That's all. In air medium. This is the first one. Are oscillations. Oscillations in LC circuits. Okay, you can also take this an example. They die off very slowly. Okay, so LC oscillations you have learned in the oscillators, electrical oscillators. No, you have learned the tank circuits, how the electrical oscillations are generated when there is a charging and discharging of a capacitor. Okay, so those are also the examples. Okay. Now you have the equation y equal to equation y is equal to a into e raised to minus bt into sine of omega t. Sorry, not omega. It should be beta t. Beta t plus phi. Okay. Now here beta is equal to root of omega square minus b square. You know that here. Okay. So therefore I can write the value of y as equal to y into e raised to minus bt into sine of omega t beta. I have to replace this root of omega square minus b square into t plus phi. So this is the equation for amplitude. You have to write in this way also. Okay. Now here this is having a period t equal to period t equal to 2 pi divided by omega square minus b square. This is the value of the time period. For damped oscillations, keep in mind for damped oscillations. Now we have also time period. I will just for reference, I will write it for, okay, for free oscillations, the time period evaluated period for free oscillations, t is equal to, it is 2 pi by omega. Now you tell me which is smaller, this is smaller or this is smaller. That means the time period t is smaller. Why? Because this time period is larger. This t is larger than this t. You're getting the point. This is larger. This t is larger for the damped oscillation. That means over the time, the period goes on increasing. It goes on increasing. If you look at the diagram here, look at this diagram. Over the time, what I have done, initially the period is small, time for one oscillation. As the time goes on increasing, the period also goes on increasing. Okay. So as the time goes on increasing, this is the nature of the damped oscillation. Okay. So this is how it is. Look at this. This is how it is. So over the time period goes on increasing. Initially the time period was small, but here the same time period is large. Okay, so why? Because of the damping. Due to damping, what happens? The time period goes on increasing. Therefore, it is increasing. Keep in mind, this has to be kept in mind. So hope it is clear to you, students. In damped oscillations, I will give a small recapitulation of what we have done in the classes. Okay, so we have done the analysis for the damped oscillations. The meaning of damped oscillations first, keep in mind. Then I have given you the explanation for damping with the help of a damper, that is thick coil and airflow. Next, we have determined the frictional force. We have derived the equation for SHM, very simple equation. Okay, just it is just similar to the one free oscillations, but I have to add the frictional force to it. After that, I have to find the equation for the SHM, then find the value of Y, then the analysis. Okay, this is the equation 10, which gives you the amplitude. Okay, so after giving the amplitude, it can be analyzed in three possible ways: under damping, over damping, and critical damping. Okay, so first we have done the over damping case. So in over damping, the damping is more. More damping, the amplitude dies very quickly. In critical damping, the damping is very fast. Almost there is no oscillation. While in under damping, the oscillations are very I mean that they die off very slowly. So in all this thing, I will give the same thing in terms of points. First, I have tried the equation for SHM. The equation for SHM is d2y by dt square plus 2b into dy by dt plus omega square y equal to 0. Calculation of y. Next step. Next step is the calculation of y. A1 into e raised to minus of b plus root of b square minus omega square into t plus a2 into e raised to minus b minus root of b square minus omega square into t. After that, we have done the first case. When b is less than omega, sorry, b is greater than omega, b square greater than omega, it is called as over damping. Then category over damping. So example, what is over damping example? Simple pendulum in thick coil. Okay, nature of graph like this. Next, so this is the amp y versus t, displacement versus t. Second one, what is second one? This is called b square equal to omega square. That is called as critical damping. So the critical damping, the oscillations die very quickly, even faster than this. Okay, very quickly, very quickly, even faster than this. Very quickly, oscillations die. Okay, so therefore, if I plot a graph, so this is the graph what you get. So this is b less than omega, so b greater than omega. This is b equal to omega. So okay, then so this is y versus t again. Got it. And third one, what is third one? It is under damping, b square less than omega. So damping is low, so it is called as under damping. For under damping, okay, the oscillations die slowly. Okay, if I plot a graph, okay, you get the graph. Time goes on, amplitude just slowly over the time, the amplitude goes on decreasing. This is an okay. Clear? So all the things I have done in detail. Okay, I will share the notes. Okay, make your own notes. We will solve one problem that will help you a lot. Okay. Let us go for the problematic part. Okay, go for the first problem. Read the problem and analyze it. Take down the first. Take it down. ನೀ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತ ಏನು ಕಲ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದು. ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ? I'll read the problem. A 20 gram oscillator with a natural angular frequency of 10 radians per second is vibrating in a damping medium. The damping force is proportional to the velocity of the vibrator. If the damping coefficient is 0.017 kg per second, how does the oscillation decay? How does the oscillations decay? Illodri, one the oscillations aglikata, this is the oscillation. The oscillation is like this. It is in a damped oscillation. It is a damped oscillation. We don't know what is the type of damping. What is given to you? It is vibrating between A and B. This is the equilibrium position. The oscillations will die after some time. We don't know what is the system they have given. So therefore a generalized system I have taken. So mass M equal to this much. Now, what is the angular frequency? It is given as 10 radians per second. So omega they have given. So it is oscillating at a rate of angular frequency of 10 radians per second. The damping force is proportional to the velocity of the vibrator. If the damping coefficient is 0.17 kg per second, how does the oscillations decay? Okay, so first you write the information. So mass that is there, M, I will take it as 20 gram. 20 gram. Gram means convert it into kg immediately. Okay, after that you write the angular frequency that it is oscillating. Angular frequency omega. Omega is equal to how much it is? 10 radians per second. This system is oscillating, okay, between A and B. Therefore, it is having an angular frequency omega. Okay. If the damping force is proportional to the velocity of the vibrator, that means there is a damping that is present such that the damping is such that the damping force or frictional force, or it is also called as the damping force. Damping force. It is proportional to the velocity of the vibrator dy by dt, and it is pointing. Therefore, I have to take it as minus. This is the given statement. No point of writing it. If the damping coefficient is 0.7, if there is a damping, means there is a damping coefficient. I have given you the damping coefficient. So damping coefficient. What is the damping coefficient? What is the notation? It is given by R. Okay, damping coefficient R is nothing but frictional force per unit displacement. Okay, it is given by 0.17 kg per second. That means, in simple words, this much of damping is associated with the oscillation. With this oscillation, this much is the damping. Now you have to check how the oscillations are dying. How oscillations die. Now there are three cases. One, and over damping. Second, critical damping. And the third, what is the third? Under damping. Under damping. Okay. Hang sayakatete and karatande. Oscillations adavu. Oscillations hang sayakatavu. How they die. You're getting the point. They are dying over damping or critical damping or under damping. So to check it, the problem states how does the oscillations decay? Oscillations decay or die. Okay. Hang oscillation decay ಆಗ್ತಾವ. Over damping ಲಿಂದ ಆಗ್ತಾವ, critical damping ಲಿಂದ ಆಗ್ತಾವ, under damping ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಂಗೆ. To check this all, I should know B square and omega square. Okay. So if you know B square and omega square, you can tell whether it is critical damping or under damping. So first go for the value of evaluation of B and omega. So omega is already given. Look at the statement. Omega is already given. So you have the omega already given to you. No necessary of finding omega. Next, you have to only find B. Okay. So there is simple relation between R and B. We know that B is equal to R divided by 2m. That implies R is 0.17 kg per second. Already it is in standard unit. Therefore, 0.17 divided by mass. What is the mass that you have been given? 220 gram. It is 20 into 10 to the power of minus 3. 20 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Anybody tell me what is the value of B? Anybody? Okay, can tell me the value of B. Okay. Dhanvantari Kulkarni. Okay, anybody can tell me the value of B?
50, sir. 50.
Huh? 15,
50.
50. Am I right?
Sir, 4.25, sir.
ಅದು ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Satvik, just a minute. Okay, anybody has to tell me the answer. What is the value? 0.17.
4.25, sir.
Divided by 2 into 20 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So what is the answer? 4.25. Very good. 4.25. So if you know B, you can calculate B square. So it is 4.25 whole square. So square of that value gives you 18.06. How much it is? 18.06.
0625.
Yes, 18.0625. Correct answer. And we know that omega. So this I have taken it as 1. Also, we know that omega, it's given here in the statement, angular frequency. What is the angular frequency? 10 radians per second. It's given. So omega square is 10 radians per second. Okay. So I have to find omega square. What is omega square? It is 100. So this is taken 2. So from 1 and 2, here from 1 and 2, it is clear that omega square is greater than B square or B square is less than omega square. Yaudridu? Is it critical, under damping or over damping? Yeah, condition here.
Under damping, sir.
B square less than omega square. Very good. So this is nothing but a condition for under damping. So therefore, it is nothing but the under damped oscillations. It is nothing but the under damped oscillation. That means the oscillations die in an under damped way. Under damped oscillations. Under damped oscillations. Good like that. So this is how I have to check it. Similarly, go for the next problem. Simple problem ada. Okay, go for the next one.
Yes, sir.
ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಲ್ಲ the next one ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ ನನಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೋರಿ. Go for the second one. A mass of 2 kg is suspended by a spring constant of 51.26 Newton per meter is executing damped simple harmonic motions with a damping of 5 kg per second. Identify whether it is the case of under damping or of over damping. You have to check whether it is under damping or over damping. Also estimate the value of damping required for the oscillations to be critically damped. Barkori first very important problems here. Okay, so take down first. Take it down. So I have put in a lot of effort for you to help it. Okay. Barkundra? Okay, let us solve the.
No, sir. No, sir.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೋ. ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಾಗ ಒಬ್ಬಾಕಿದಾಳ, ಬೇರೆದವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಭಾ ಅದಾಳನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಾಗ? ನಿಭಾ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್? Harish is there? Hunsi Mara? No, they are in line, but they are not replying. Harish idea? Very good, very good. Muhammad idana? Muhammad.
Adins, yes.
ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗತ್ತೀವ ಸುಮ್ಮಂಗ ನೋಡಾಕತ್ತೀವ. ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಅಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಚಲೋ. ಬರ್ಕೊಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಬೆಟರ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಡೌನ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬರ್ತದ. Of course, we are a bit faster. Fast ಹೊಂಟೇನ ಅನ್ಸಾಗೈತಿ ನನಗ, but it's okay. Share ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್, don't worry. Okay, let us go for the solution. Let us go for the solution. Okay. Read the problem again. A mass of 2 kg, a mass of 2 kg is hanged to a spring of force constant 15.26 Newton per meter, is executing damped simple harmonic oscillations with a damping of 5 kg per second. Identify whether it is the case of underdamping or of a overdamping. Now, what is the aim? Aim is you have to check whether the oscillations are underdamping or overdamped oscillations. Underdamping or overdamped oscillations. Okay. Also estimate the value of damping required for the oscillations to be critically damped. Okay. First one here, the notary. First, you draw the diagram that will help you a lot. Okay. I have a spring mass system. Okay. This is the spring mass system which is oscillating in a simple harmonic manner, that is damped simple harmonic oscillations. Damped oscillations. What is the mass that I have hanged? M. M is 2 kg. Already it is in kg, no necessary to convert. And the spring constant K or the force constant, they have written it as force constant. You can also write it as spring constant. Spring constant K, that is equal to 51.26 Newton per meter. This is also in standard unit. Okay. Next, identify whether it is the case. That means it is underdamping or overdamping. Why? Because it is oscillating. Okay. It is oscillating between the 2 points A and B like this. Okay. It is oscillating between the points A and B. And after some time it will die off. How it is dying? How it is dying? So here there is a damping that is present. Keep in mind. If you look at this one, the term damped oscillation, that means there is some damping that is present. So therefore, damping is present. Damping or friction is present. Friction is present. Okay, so what is the damping factor of that damping friction? Okay, or frictional force. So therefore, the other term that you have been given here is that with a damping of 5 kg per second. Damping means it is damping coefficient of, with damping coefficient of, damping coefficient. What is the damping coefficient? R. It is 5 kg per second. Now, how the oscillations die? Same problem what you have done. How oscillations die? Oscillations die. Now, how oscillations die means you have to check whether it's underdamping, overdamping, or critical damping. Underdamping, overdamping, or critical damping. For that, you should know B square and omega square. Both should be known. B square is not known, omega square is not known. Omega square is given? No. B is given? No. You have to calculate B and omega. So your work is to evaluate the value of B as well as omega square. So first we will try to do it for B. So you know that B is equal to R divided by 2m. So R is 5 kg divided by 2. Mass is, again, how much is the mass? Mass is also 2 kg. So mass is 2 kg. So therefore I have to substitute it. So what is the value? 5 divided by 4 is 1.54, 1.25.
0.5, sir.
5 divided by 4.
1.25.
1.25. Okay. So this is B. So evaluate B square itself. So if you evaluate B square, okay, I am doing with you in simultaneously, it is 1.5625. Okay, this is the value of B square. Now, next term is, first is over. I will take it as 1. Second one is evaluation of omega, angular frequency. Omega is the angular frequency. It is not given. So you have to find it. So therefore, omega is equal to root of K by M. So K is given. K is substituted. What is the value of K? It's given here. K is 51.26. Look here. K is 51.26. M. M is 2 kg. M is 2 kg. So 51.26. Am I right? 51.26 is the value of K. Yes, 51.26 divided by 2. Evaluate and tell me the answer. 51.26 divided by 2 gives you 25.63.
25.63, sir.
Divided by, so it is root
5
of
point-
answer. Yes.
5.62, sir. 5.062.
Very good, very good. Who is the person who's going to give the answer?
Lakshmi.
ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಒಬ್ಬಕ್ಕದಳ ನಾನು ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗತ್ತೀನಿ ಉಳ್ಕಿದವರು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಯಾರಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ
Sir, 5.06, sir.
5.06 whole square it gives you 25.26. Okay, 25.60. Sorry, omega square gives you 25.60.
60.
So this is 2. Now from 1 and 2 here from 1 and 2 b square omega square yaad doddaitri b square doddaitri omega square doddaitri
Omega square.
so omega square is large, therefore I can write it like that. Therefore 1 and 2 I can write omega square is greater than b square, therefore b square is less than omega square r. Okay, so this is nothing but yaudri Harisha, over damping, under damping, critical damping. Harish Hunsi Marad.
Under damping, sir.
Under damping. Okay. Andra idu hang die agatandra they are dying, they decaying in under damped form. Under damped form. Last ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಉಳಿತು ಅದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಉಳಿತು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಉಳಿದೈತಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಐತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಏನದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಯಾರು ಓದ್ತೀರಿ ಓಕೆ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಸೇಸ್ also estimate the value of damping required for the critical oscillations. Also estimate the value of damping required for the critical oscillation. Critical oscillations agbekandra damping est bekant care. Simple one. Okay, so for critical oscillations, what is the damping factor? What is the damping coefficient? That means for critical oscillations means for b square equal to omega square, what is the value of r? You getting the point? What should be the value of r? In other words, what should be the value of r such that there is a critical oscillations? Gurudayta ನೀವು ಏನು ಕೇರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ r ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರಬೇಕು so that there is a critical oscillations. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಗುರ್ತದ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಿಂದ ನೀವು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬಹುದು. So therefore I can write for critical oscillations, I would write the formula first for critical oscillations. Okay, b square is equal to omega square. Okay, but b is equal to r divided by 2m. Okay, so therefore you substitute here b, so it is r divided by 2m whole square, that is equal to omega square. Therefore r square is equal to 2m, so it is 2m square into omega square, that is equal to 4m square into omega square. So first evaluate r square. So r square is equal to 4m square. 4 into m square. What is m? M is mass. No, how much is the mass that is hanged? Mass is 2 kg. So mass is 2 kg. So it is 2 square into omega square. How much is omega? We have done the calculation. Omega square is 25.62. We have done it earlier. So 25.60. Okay. So you calculate it. So 4 into 4 into 25.60. What is the answer?
409.6.
Yes, 409. Yes, 409.6 is the, yes, 0.9, 409.6. Therefore, R, if you find the value of R, it is 409.6. You find the root of that value, 20 point
20.2.
20.24.
24 or 23. Okay, fine, that is correct. 24 or 23, that is also right. That here I have got it as 20.23. This is the value. It is kg per second. This much value of R is required for critical oscillations. Okay, this is the value of required R. This is the value of R required for critical oscillation. Okay, fine. So I shall stop here itself. In the next class, we shall go for forced oscillations. That also will take 2 hours continuously. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ದು cooperation I require. Okay, I require your cooperation. So it will be a lot of helpful for you. Okay, so neat agella problem ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೊಂಟೇವಿ. So this should be the flow. Got it? So I will share the notes for you and the solution. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. After this, you can attend the next class. Okay, just a minute before you go, I will take the attendance. Okay, 33 students are there. The number is constant. Remaining 10 students, they are not attending the classes. Okay, so thank you for your cooperation. So look at the value you want to take it. ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರ ಬರ್ಕೋತಿರ
ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡೆ
Okay, fine, very good. ಆಯ್ತು ಇಬ್ಬರ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಉಳ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. Let it be. So I shall stop the class. You can attend the next